Namaste, everybody. Welcome back to Yoga with Jenna. Today, we're going to be focusing on the root chakra. So if you want to follow along, the next couple of videos, we're going to be going one by one, chakra by chakra. And if you're new to yoga at all and you don't know what chakras are, chakra is a Sanskrit word that translates to wheel. And they're considered energy centers in the body. Each one is associated with a physical part of our body as well as an energetic center. And so today we'll be focusing on the root chakra, and make sure that you follow along, like and subscribe to get all of the rest of the chakras as we continue to move through our program. So we'll get started in a moment. You could either be seated or you can cross your ankles in a cross-legged seat, whichever feels more comfortable for you. Because we're going to spend a few moments here just centering and imagining this center in our body. So find an upright position and then bring your palms together right in front of your heart. Close down your eyes. And just take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill all the way up. And then a sigh out. Feeling your sit bones get heavier down onto the mat. And then staying here, send all of your awareness now to your pelvis. Feel the bony structure that's touching the mat, the sit bones. Feel your tailbone. And right at the base of your tailbone, imagine a red light. A little ball of bright red light glowing right at your tailbone. And this is our root chakra. The root chakra is associated with our feelings of safety and security. So we'll use a mantra today that I am safe. Our root chakra sometimes gets out of balance when we are feeling like our basic needs aren't being met, or perhaps we're feeling a little bit out of place in our home. Reminding yourself, I am here now. I'm safe here. As you keep your awareness on that glowing red light right at the tip of your tailbone. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Start to sweep the arms out to the sides and up, and open the eyes and look up at your hands. We'll keep your right hand up in the air and take the left hand down into a side bend, leaning over to the left. You might give a little soft bend to the elbow or drop the elbow down to the ground or to a block. Look up underneath that right arm. And send your breath all the way down the right side of your torso. Press the right sit bone down towards the mat. Take 2 deep breaths. And slowly start to come back up with your 2 arms reaching to the sky. And then take the right hand down, side bending to the other side. You might drop the forearm down to a block or the mat. Look underneath your left arm. And then again, press your left sit bone down onto the ground. And that stretch and length all through the left side of your body. Take 2 more deep breaths. Slowly rise back up with your 2 arms, reaching to the sky. And then bring the hands to your heart again. And then we'll uncross your legs if they're crossed and start to make your way into a tabletop position on your hands and your knees. Once you're there, again, bring your awareness right to your tailbone. So it's reaching towards the back, the crown of the head reaching towards the front. And then starting at the low back and the low belly, drop the belly. Lift your tailbone up, and then start to lift your chest and your gaze forward into cow pose. Take a breath in there. And then exhale, tuck your tailbone, pull the navel in, and then press the hands down as you relax the head. Again, lift the tailbone first, drop the belly, and then shine your gaze forward with an inhale. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone as you round, pressing the mat down with your palms. And take one more time like that, breathing in and breathing out. Now make your way back into a neutral hands and knees position. Tuck your toes, take a breath in. Hover your knees just an inch off the mat as you breathe out into our floating tabletop. Press down, take a breath in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out, lifting the sit bones up and back. Pedal out through your feet, dropping one heel, bend the opposite knee, and then do the other side. Just take a little side to side. And begin to walk your hands towards the back of your mat into a forward fold all the way at the back. Keep your knees bent with your arms dangling down, your head relaxed. And give your head a turn no, and a turn yes. And for these last couple of breaths, you can either keep the arms relaxed, or if you'd like, you can hold your opposite elbows, creating a little more weight and length through your spine. One more deep breath. And then release your arms. Keep your knees bent, arms dangling as you roll slowly, one vertebra at a time, all the way up into a standing position. Reach your arms up, take a big breath in. Palms together and back down in front of your heart as you breathe out. I'm gonna turn to face you, but you could stay right where you are. We're gonna practice a standing balance now, so if you'd like to come to a wall for this, feel free to come so you can place a hand on the wall in case you lose your balance, but I'll give lots of options. So let's switch the weight onto your left foot and come to the ball of just your right foot. Now turn your right toes and your right knee out to the right and place your heel right onto the inner ankle of your left foot, of your left leg, I mean. Now you can either stay like this with the toes on the ground in our tree pose and practice lifting them up a little bit here and there, finding your balance. If you'd like, you can slide the foot up onto your calf, challenging your balance a bit more. Last variation, if you'd like, is to pick the foot up, place it onto your inner thigh, and bring the palms together. Now push your foot and your leg into each other. No matter where your foot is placed on the leg, push your leg back into your foot. And then you could keep the palms together at your heart. That's really great for staying balanced, or reach the arms up. If you want to challenge your balance more, maybe turn your gaze a little bit up towards the sky into our tree pose. Nothing quite more grounding than doing a tree pose surrounded by trees, right? Press down through your foot, reach up. No matter where you're practicing today, each inhale you're taking is literally the exhale of a tree. And how incredible is that? One more breath. And then bring the hands back to your heart. Step your feet down. You can relax the arms, but bounce through the knees. Maybe a roll out of that left ankle for a moment before we get to the other side. And standing balancing poses are really grounding, even though in the moment they don't feel it, because obviously we're balancing. But each time that we catch ourselves, it means that our feet are getting stronger, our ankles are getting stronger, which inevitably leads to us being able to root more into the earth. So even if this pose is really challenging for you, know that we are cultivating a sense of grounding here. Bring the palms back together and shift the weight over your right foot. Lift the heel of your left foot up. Turn your knee out to the left and place your left heel onto your inner right ankle. Now you could stay low to the ground. It's perfectly fine. You want to meet yourself where you're at. You could try just lifting the toes up periodically. If you want to take it a bit further, slide the foot up to your calf. Maybe you repeat what you did on the other side, place the foot to your inner thigh. Whichever you choose, again, push your thigh or your leg back into your foot so you feel a hugging in towards your midline. Palms at heart, or start to reach them up. Whoa! Maybe your gaze follows slightly up. We all tend to have a stronger side in balancing, so be compassionate with yourself and press your supporting foot down into the floor. Breathing in, filling up. Breathing out. If you fall out, slowly come back into it. We've got one more breath. And then bring the hands back to the heart if they're not there. Step your 2 feet down, relax your arms, shake it out. Maybe give your right ankle a little roll around. Now take your feet as wide as your mat, not the long distance of your mat, but the short distance of your mat. So the feet are a bit wider than your hips. Turn your toes out so the heels are facing inwards. Place the hands to your heart and start to sit your hips down into Malasana. Now you might come all the way down like me. You might still be a bit lifted. Be again where you're at. We all got to start somewhere. And then take a moment, pry your hips open, lift your heart up, and close your eyes. Bring your attention back to that little light at the base of your spine, that color red. And the element of the root chakra is earth. So feeling the earth beneath you, feeling the breath in your body, connecting to the ground beneath your feet. Take one more deep breath. A little bit of a mobility challenge here. If your hips are close to the ground, you might try just sitting your hips down and straightening your legs out in front of you. If you need to use your hands, that's totally fine. Sometimes you try to sit and you just rock and roll, but eventually meet me in a seated position. We'll use the hands behind the backs of your thighs to walk your feet in a little bit. Lift up through your chest by pulling onto the backs of your legs. So we're staying nice and straight through our spine. Come to the tippy toes, and we'll start to find a little bit of a balance on our tailbone, on our sit bones. If your tailbone hurts when you do this, put a blanket or a pillow underneath your butt for a little extra support. Now you can either keep the toes down or the feet completely flat, or see if you can lift your feet up off the ground into this variation of boat pose. Literally balancing on our sit bones, lifting through the heart. Our root chakra is the foundation for everything. So if we don't feel safe and secure, we can't be balanced anywhere else in our life. So coming back to that mantra, I am safe, I am here now. Take one more deep breath. And then from here, we'll start to roll down slowly. So keep the legs lifted or the feet down. Reach your arms forward. Take a breath in. And then slowly start to roll your torso all the way down onto your back. Place a hand to the belly, a hand to the heart. Walk your feet in and let your knees knock inwards towards each other with the feet a bit wider apart. Close down the eyes. And remember again that color red from the very beginning. I'd like you to imagine now a whole bubble of red light surrounding your body. Imagine that light across the surface of your skin, the face. Imagine this light is protective, and you can carry it with you throughout the rest of your day. Before ending our practice, just taking a moment to feel a rooting down through your hips into the ground. A sense of grounding in your body through each breath. Take 3 more breaths. Just finding the support from the earth holding our bodies. Take a big breath in through your nose. Fill all the way up. Expand the lungs to maximum capacity. And then open the mouth, take a gentle sigh out. And then heel toe the feet in. Draw the knees in towards your chest. If you have the time and you want to stay relaxing on your back, then stay there. Otherwise, bring the hands to your thighs, rock and roll up and down, eventually returning back into a seated position. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. Remember to like and subscribe. Every day we're putting out a new video, and the next couple of videos are going to be centered around the chakras. So we're going to continue to build our way up all the way to the top. So if this is something that you enjoyed, make sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.